The first few ones are really uncomfortable ones because you just go meet random people and you come out with nothing. But go to a few, if you just go and try to be extra friendly and good person, you make friends for the day. If you're yourself, you make friends for a long time.
Go to Expati. Just walk in the street and sit down in Expati.
Do you have any tip for someone who just moved here and doesn't know anybody and wants to get to know some people?
Mm.
So, how would you say it is to meet new people and make friends here in Berlin?
Easy if you don't try.
Expat.
Yes. I will be on Facebook or something and I'll see these posts. I'm new in Berlin. I'm trying to make friends. And they do these things to try to force it. If you just are yourself and you live your life and you do the things you want to do, you pursue the interests that are interesting to you rather than trying to mold yourself into something in order to have a friend, then you'll find the people that are into the same things or who like you for what you are and what you do. You just have to not try to do it, just do it. Be yourself.
This is something really interesting that I've actually faced during my stay here, my life here in Berlin, is that I've worked with people as psychosocial counselor and also with migration. So I know it's a question that always comes up, and it's not an easy question to answer. So my answer would always be friends happen. You can't just go and make friends, and that's one of the things that makes people here sad and unhappy about living in Berlin is that people think that they could just go out and make friends. You just go out, you go to events, you do more social stuff, and friends automatically happen. And once they happen, if you make one friend, it's easier to make another friend. And if you make two friends, it's easier to make five more friends. So if you push yourself for making friends, you won't make friends. Just let it happen to you.
I think it's a very good question.
Still figuring out.
Yes, I think for me, I go to school here. So that's my home base. That's where I meet people and we see each other every day. So at some point, you start getting close. My boyfriend, on the other hand, is having a more hard time because he is working in a cafe, but they almost only speak German in between them, and they're not really wanting to bend their habits, let's say, to speaking more English because I think he should learn German, which I think is valid, but nobody learns German from one day to the other. So for him, it's been a bit harder.
How is it to meet new people here? How do you make friends in Berlin?
Go to Expati. Just walk in the street and sit down in Expati, and you can make friends. But it's more in summer, I think so. Summer, when the weather is good, I think it's like you can make friends from everyone. It's like as the city is like the most friendly city ever. But when you have good weather, like you see smiles everywhere. The people don't smile here. Like it's very weird for me. And Germans, I love to go in the street to be honest. And when I notice that someone is German, I smile to them. I love to do that because they just don't know how to react. Or if they are in the other street, I say like, "Hey, how are you? Have a good day." I didn't know them, and they are like the whole day like, "Who is this guy? Why he tell me that?" Like I love to do that kind of things. But it's very in good weather is very easy to make friends.
But maybe it's also because of our personality, because we are very talkative and just seeing some people and hey, hi, and just make friends. So when we arrived, we knew no one here, and now we can say that we have a lot of good friends that we met in exhibitions, even partying, just in a restaurant, in a hotel, like having breakfast, like hi. Just breaking the ice and people opens up. So just
But again, I think this is only with good weather. When it's winter, there is
in the
no
club.
places. Yeah, but in the people from the for me, the people on the clubs not your friends. It's like different kind of friendship. It's
Acquaintances,
the people
okay.
that you know it. We know a lot of people. From what all these people that we know it, we can call like 10 of them friends.
People move out of Berlin
Yeah.
and you lose friends.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that you should consider if you keep your circle really small and closed. So you might end up being alone again, and this is what happens to many people in Berlin.
Personally, I was super lucky. One of the reasons I moved to Berlin was because I already had a few contacts. One of my best childhood friends lives here, so that was very comforting knowing I kind of always have someone to go to. And then, yeah, through dancing and any kind of hobbies again, I think it's quite easy to make friends. Of course, you kind of have to pick the hobby. A lot of people do urban sports here. It's like this app where you can do all kinds of activities from yoga to dancing. So then you just have to bring up the courage to say hi, and usually the hi already breaks the ice. And then next thing, okay, actually the way I make friends, I like to bake and I like to cook. So I quickly invite people over for a meal and then give a conference.
It's difficult at the beginning, I would say. My friends, I met them on through other friends or birthday parties or stuff like that. So maybe I always like if they invite me to something, then I just go, and all of a sudden I am talking to other people and stuff like that, and like maybe they invite me next time for a birthday and stuff, and that's how you get to know people.
I've met so many wonderful people in my gym. You know, Elitsa, who's a good friend of mine now, I met her at the gym, and she's over here. We have coffee, we do this, we do that. She's married with 3 kids. Did I think I would be hanging out with a 40-something-year-old woman who's married with 3 kids as a friend? No, but I love her. She's great. I've learned a lot from her. She was born in Bulgaria. I know about her mother. We ended up really connecting, and that's a good thing. You just allow it. Don't force it.
1 year after I came here, I enrolled for my master's. It was hard to have friends, even though there were people that we read together, had courses together. But outside school, there was not any relationship. I tried to extend the relationship to say hi, hello, but
So those relationships they broke up
yeah, after classes, because after classes, maybe after the semester ends, a lot of people are not so interested, except 1 or 2 people that I am still in contact with. However,
Are these German people or
yeah, German people.
German people?
Yes, the people I'm in contact with now, no, they're not. The ones that I'm in contact after school are not Germans.
They're not German.
They're not Germans. The ones I try to stay in contact with are Germans, but not quite.
Yeah.
And then I started creating content, and then I started meeting people online, people maybe from Nigeria, people that would like to relocate to Germany, or people who are already here who are also going through the same challenges that I share on my social media platforms. And then we started meeting people like that. So I've not been able to say I met a German and we are friends, besties. No. Yeah. Maybe for people who work full time, I don't work full time yet. I still work as a student. Maybe, for instance, for my husband, I could say he has friends that he has met through work. Yeah, not so much, but yeah.
Funny enough, I know people from London who are in Berlin, and I find it easier here maybe. So when I moved to London, I was late 20s, and you make friends easily. I had so many friends, and I loved that. I had a really big group of friends. Then we start moving to different areas, so it's changed. But many people, especially after Brexit, left. And suddenly I realized I don't have too many friends, and making new friends was more difficult. Because when you don't have a kids and don't go to school, like where do you make friends? How do you make friends? And then I moved here. And I have a friend here, and he introduced me to other people. But I also went to a group which is called GGI. It's Girl Gone International. It's on Facebook, and you can get it even in Prague. And there are ladies organizing dinners or parties or exhibitions or whatever you want. And I went and I met some nice ladies connected, and I also met I can say friend. We see each other now. Find it easier here.
What exactly makes it easier, would you say?
I think again it's slightly smaller than London, and maybe in London I didn't put myself out there anymore because I was comfortable. I was there for such a long time, and here I decided I want to make new friends.
So when I would ask you to give someone a tip who just moved here, doesn't know anybody, wants to meet people, what would you say then?
Do what you want to do.
Do what you want.
So if your interest is going to the movies, go to the movies. Talk to people around you. And you figure it out. You find a way to connect. It isn't as hard as people make it to be. It's the anxiety around it that causes people to make it difficult.
And for someone who just moved here to Berlin and doesn't know anybody, do you have any tips when it comes to
Yeah.
friendships?
Again, it all depends on where you work or if you study university. Sometimes you don't have to be friends with your colleagues, but you can know people through your colleagues and then be friends with them. The same goes with the people that you go to university or school with. But the most important thing here is to go to meetups, social gatherings. There are thousands of them. There are like language cafes. There are general meetups. Just go to meetup.com, go to Couchsurfing events, or whatever other online means that you have. There are Facebook groups that organize these. The first few ones are really uncomfortable ones because you just go meet random people and you come out with nothing. But go to a few, you do end up clicking with somebody. Don't be friendly, be yourself. That's when you make friends. If you just go and try to be extra friendly and good person, you make friends for the day. If you're yourself, you make friends for a long time.
Very wise. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I haven't been, but I've heard there are these cafes where there are people willing to teach you German just by conversation, and I would imagine that's a great place to meet people. I think in general, also going out for a drink when people are getting a bit more loose, it's easier to just have a chat with somebody you don't know, and especially like starting doing an activity where you go regularly, so you can see those people again and again.
I would definitely say just like everything in life, do what you like and be consistent, show up to the same places, and then just say hi.
Go out more. Of course, be careful of the kind of friends that you keep, but go out more, meet more with people, meet with people of like minds. For instance, there are a lot of groups online in Facebook. Maybe if you're in tech, you could find someone. If whatever hobbies that you have, there are a lot of groups on Facebook, even on Meetup and different event apps that you can go for meetups, meetings in the evenings where you get to meet a lot of people.
Basically, follow your hobby.
Yeah, yes.
I would really visit some of the groups which are on Facebook for the girls. It feels safe, it's girls, but there is also Berlin Expats, or there are many, many other groups. It makes you feel like you're part of something which is important for us humans. I notice people start posting on a Berlin Expats. I feel really low. Is here somebody I need to talk to? And people respond, and I find this really good. So you're just never alone. You don't know the people, they don't know you, but they make you feel that you're not alone in this. Because I think we all expats, we choose the hard way. We left everything we had, friends, family, and went to the world to follow dreams, or I don't know what. So it gives you a little bit of security.
Yeah, there are always like there's always groups on Facebook, or activities as well that they do. Always they advertise them, and then they could just join, like for international friends or stuff like that they always do. Like look on Facebook, look on. Also, I've used in the past, the countries like Couchsurfing. They do also events where you can just join.
Do you have any tips for someone who just moved here and is looking to make some friendships? Maybe for someone who is not as extroverted as you guys are?
Just be bold. Like, be bold and say hi to people, or don't be shy. Like, even, yeah, maybe you're not that brave, but you have nothing to lose. Like, just, you can have a good time and maybe don't see that person again, but at least you had a good time. And I don't know, try. You have nothing to lose.